Hello friends, in the previous video, we discussed about setting authentication in Git Server. All users can access every repository. Now we are going to set advanced authentication. After that, only the selected users can access a specific repository. For that, we need to create a new repository in our Git root folder. Double-click on the computer icon in the desktop. Then select File System. Then var folder. Then www folder. Then HTML, and finally repos folder. Now, open terminal here. We are going to create a second repository here. Type git init --bare second in terminal. This will create a bare repository in our Git root folder. Then type change directory second. Now, we are in project second folder. Then type git config http.receive_pack true. It will enable the http receive pack in git config file of repository second. To check that, open folder second. Then, open the config file in text editor. Here we can see that the config file is set correctly. Then type change directory ... in terminal. It will go to the previous folder. Now, we need to set permission for Apache user, but it requires root permission. For that, change user to root. Now, give permission to access the folder second by Apache user and group in our operating system. For that, type chown -R Apache Apache second, where second is the folder name. Then, type chgrp -R Apache second. Okay, now, the settings for the repository in our Git Server project root folder is completed. Close the terminal and open terminal in desktop to check the working of our new repository second. Clone the newly created repository second from our local Git server. For that, type git clone http://first_user @localhost/git/second, which is our Git server, accessed by user named first_user for the second repository. It will prompt for the password of user, first_user, enter the password. Now, the bare repository is cloned in desktop. Then, open the project folder, that is second. For that, type change directory second. Then create a text file inside the folder. For that, type gedit test.txt. It will create a file named test.txt and open in text editor. Type something, then save and close the file. Then type git add in terminal. Then type git commit -m commit message for this version. For testing, I am using message word as commit message. Now, we can see the brief of modifications. Then type git push origin +master. It will create new branch in server. This is only required when we cloning a bare repository. Now, enter the password of first_user in terminal. We can see that the new branch master is successfully created in server. Then I am going to the previous folder, that is desktop, and deleting the entire folder second. Now, the repository second is accessed by first_user. I am going to configure our Git server to give permission to only the second_user to access the repository second. For that, open etc folder. Then, open httpd folder. Then, git folder. I am showing git.htpasswd file in text editor to ensure the authenticated users in our server, and groups file to confirm the group. Now, open git.config file in text editor with root permission. For that, open terminal in Git folder and change user to root. Then type gedit git.config. Now, we can see the existing configuration of our Git server, which is set in previous videos. Here we need to add some modifications to restrict the access to second repository. For that, at the end of the file, add new location tag for second repository by enter the location of it. that is /git/second. Close the location tag. Whatever we write inside this tag is only specific to the repository second. To give permission to second_user, type require user second_user inside this tag. That's all. After this, only the second_user is authenticated to access the second repository. But always verify that the username we given in the config file is listed in the git.htpasswd file. Here you can see that the second_user is correctly configured. Save and close the files. Now, we need to restart Apache web server. For that, open the terminal in super user. Then type service httpd restart. Now, the Apache web server is restarted. Close the terminal and open a new terminal in desktop to test our modifications. Here, we are going to clone the second repository from server by using first_user. Type git clone http://first_user @localhost/git/second. It will prompt for password. Enter password of first_user. Here, you can see that authentication has failed. It is because of the new settings. Now only second_user can access the second repository. We need to access the second repository by using second_user. For that, type git clone http://second_user @localhost/git/second. Enter the password of second_user.
Now, you can see that our repository is successfully cloned in desktop. Now I am going to show how we can give access to a group of users to a specific repository. For that, I deleting the second folder from desktop, because I am going to use the repository second as example for this modification.
For deleting the folder second from desktop, type rm-r-f second. Open the git.config file with root permission. Here, the file is already open. Then, change the user second_user in require to group user group. User group is the name of the group, which we defined in the groups file. You can see the content of groups file here. With this change, only first_user and second_user can access the repository. Save and close the git.config file. Then, restart Apache web server. For that, open the root terminal and type service httpd restart. Okay, now the server is restarted with new configuration. Open the terminal in desktop and type git clone http://first_user @localhost/git/second. Then, enter the password of first_user. Now, it is successfully cloned here, which is denied earlier using first_user. Type change directory second. Open the test.txt file in text editor. Then make some changes and save the file. Then type git add dot to add the modification in the configurations. Then type git commit -m commit message. Finally type git push to update the changes in the repository in server. Enter password of first_user. Now, you can see that the git push worked successfully. In this way, we can add many users in groups in our Git server and restrict their access to different repositories. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.